Hi, my name's Molly. I'm a designer with Cornerstone Remodeling. Today, I'm here with Lexi, and we're going to talk about her first floor remodel. Can you tell us why you wanted to remodel your first floor?
Absolutely. So my husband and I have been living in Las Vegas for the last 10 years. And back at the beginning of January 2024, we decided that we were going to go ahead and move to Maryland back with our families. This was one of the houses that we were really excited about purchasing. I walked in and I saw this beautiful first floor, tiny kitchen. We are huge cookers, so I said, that's just not gonna work. We wanted to have a larger open space. We wanted to have something that kind of was like modern farmhouse chic, but not so rustic.
Sure.
So when we started looking at textures and things that complemented each other, you had mentioned the shiplap like we have right up in here. And that is something that I hadn't even thought about, honestly. But when you showed me a design with it in the background, I said, absolutely. But then what brings us back to that, I would think, modern side of things, then we added this full marble backsplash instead of going for like tiles back here, and that just really set it off to bring
really
it back.
Elevates it.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd like to have a lot of people at our house,
Sure.
so our families here, our friends, hopefully are going to be coming over and enjoying this space with us. But if you notice, this initially was closed right in here. So there was a wall that was separating the kitchen from what I would say was the breakfast nook. I wanted to knock that wall down and then be able to access the patio from this side. Originally, the door was over here and this whole entire wall was closed off with windows. So now when someone can come in, it flows so beautifully to come in right here and then come to this door and access the outdoors. And then this whole entire door can just open to a really large opening so we can access the outside patio and get some fresh air.
Yeah.
We had discussed wanting to create some archways. In my childhood house, we had a lot of archways. And so bringing that in was kind of nostalgic for me. And then we can also see how it complements this other arch. And this as well was opened, right?
Yep, we widened this doorway and then we did this arch over top into the formal dining room. And then the first archway led into our new pantry, which we redid with custom cubbies and a butcher block top. And then we added a pocket door over here into the laundry room.
So, Molly, this is what I like to call the AM PM bar. In Vegas, there are a lot of places to go out and enjoy time in cocktail rooms, things like that. And we knew that we wanted to incorporate that in our new home, be able to make our own kind of mixology place. So one of the things I really loved was I spoke to you about creating this place where, you know, you had your coffee in one area and then you had your, you know, cocktail, you know, mixology center on the other side. We had made such a beautiful design concept for the kitchen, and then we had this fireplace that just did not complement anything on the first floor. So when I mentioned to you much later on in the project, hey, I would like to renovate the fireplace, you said, absolutely, let's go for it. So some of the features that we can see that complement each other from the kitchen into this fireplace is the shiplap, reiterating that from the backsplash behind the hood. And then this beautiful stone, and then that custom
The wood mantle.
Yes,
we used the same stain as we did on the beams.
Even the beams themselves, these beams were custom to you guys, inserting them and staining them as well.
Yeah. Lexi, why do you feel like this space is better than the previous kitchen design?
First and foremost, the way that you opened up the space, right? Definitely much better flow around the island here. And then a lot of special nooks and crannies that we created together and that you elevated the space for me. This is a appliance garage. You know, in our previous kitchen and in the previous home, I would assume, all the kitchen's appliances are just out on the countertop. So this gives you the ability to hide it, but also still access it when you need it. Something else that I absolutely love that I have to show it to you guys is this drawer right up here. So
This one is fun.
this one's a lot of fun. So we have a couple areas for our flatware, and then underneath.
Oh, I
Isn't
love
that
that.
awesome?
I love that. This is the tiered cutlery.
Another feature that I really, really love is the hidden
Paper towel holder. So the last cool feature that we did was, instead of your standard Lazy Susan, we did the half moon pullout. So just something different in case you don't want to do the Lazy Susan.
Initially, when we were looking for companies to work with, there were some checklists that I had. The first thing was, we were obviously moving from the West Coast to the East Coast. So whoever I worked with needed to have really great communication with me. Needed to understand that I'm 3 hours prior to you guys. So I'm coming back from work when you guys are well asleep. I'm waking up and you guys are well into your day. I looked for a company that was okay with me doing virtual discussions. So our relationship was basically emails. When I sent them to you at 7 p.m. my time, you were probably sleeping. And when I got yours, it was 6 a.m. my time, but it was the perfect setup. The next thing was, I needed a company that was going to do everything for me, from the design to having concepts for the textures, the colors, different variables like, light sconces. You were able to provide all of those things for me. I didn't have to really do much other than having you show me the items and then me say yes or no. So if you're considering a remodel, I would say the biggest thing that you want to do is know how much you want to be involved in that project. For me, myself, I needed to have some company, and Molly provided this, and with the team at Cornerstone, everything was just provided for me in one lump contract. Mm-hmm. Some companies, you're gonna get a designer to design, and then you're gonna have to go out and you're gonna have to choose everything for you. I was speaking to a colleague and she was telling me that she had gone through a large renovation project, and she said, I am happy that my husband and I are still together following this because it was so stressful for her. I didn't need all that added stress. Being able to have a company that just did everything from start to finish, and I didn't have to basically lift a finger other than you sending me an email saying, hey, Lexi, what do you think about this? Why don't we tweak this? That is perfect. So if you are a customer and you are looking for a remodel, know what you want. Do you want to be involved a lot? Or do you want to have a company that is just going to be able to take it away from you and give you the peace of mind that things are going to turn out beautifully afterward? So that's what my advice would be for you.
Lexi, thank you so much for sharing your home and showing us your space.
Absolutely.
Follow Cornerstone for more content just like this.